So, if you happen to avoid social media, or you don't jump in on trends and all that shit, there was a massive, massive example of internet ignorance over the weekend. Still, some are talking about it today. And that is the infamous dress topic. What color is it? Who gives a fuck, people? Seriously, please, pull your heads out of your asses. There's a whole world out there where things actually matter. Things are actually happening every day that actually matter, that make a bit of sense to talk about. Not just the color of a fucking dress. Now, while all these people were fighting and arguing over the color of this goddamn fucking piece of garment that somebody strapped on, some big news happened. At least some news that I thought was big, and I'm going to share these news stories with you. I'm not going to give you everything, you know, I'm not going to go right into it. It's not going to be like a 15-minute video, clearly. It's only about 5 minutes long. But these are a few stories that I came across that I thought were pretty big news. Now, one is the fact that the United States has pulled its military aid from the Ebola-ridden places in West Africa, specifically Liberia. Now, they had 2,800 troops over there for the past year, and they're pulling out early. The article I found doesn't specify whether or not it's they think that it's being a success and they're leaving early, but they're basically trying to just transition it so that the civilian side of things will take over. And, you know, a lot of their soldiers and aid workers have been getting ill and getting sick. So they are training, or they think, I guess they think they're done training the Liberians and other West African countries. So they want to leave now. I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Leave it there. It was a pretty big outbreak. And now you're just going to up and leave when really you are the best ones to be handling this situation? I don't know. I thought that was pretty big news. Next on my list of fairly big news, net neutrality passes in the United States. Yes, legislation for net neutrality finally passes in the United States. They believe that the internet should be an open, free place. Internet companies should not be allowed to slow down bandwidth. They should not be allowed to limit bandwidth on websites just to force these people to basically pay for premium access internet. This, you know, this is the battle now, that equal access internet is the way it should be. Canada's been doing it since 2009. Our internet fucking sucks, but pretty much everybody has the same sort of internet, the same bandwidth, the same amount of upload, download, all roughly around the same price. Instead of, you know, where you see Americans have like this 500 download, 250 upload internet that only costs $60 a month from Comcast, but then the same thing would cost you $150 from Verizon. That they're trying to stop that battle. Even though places like Comcast and Verizon poured $44.2 million into lobbying efforts, which were to not allow this vote to pass. Like, they dumped $44.5 million into this in hopes that it wouldn't pass. And that's insane. That is greed. That is capitalism at the core. And last but not least, the biggest story in my book that happened over Thursday, Friday was the identification of the man behind the ISIS videos. Mohammed Emwazi, 26-year-old West Londoner, university graduate, that he had been called Jihadi John by his group of hostages. They finally know who this guy is. They know where he's from. We now have a name to the cloaked face in these videos. This is huge news. This is big news. But I'm looking at the website right now. Over the course of the weekend, it only got 5,500 shares throughout all of social media. That's your fucking Google+, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything like that. This has not even 10,000 views or 10,000 shares. Like, that is unfucking real. This is big news. We now have a face and a name to the guy that's in the ISIS videos. That's big news to me. Not the color of a dress. So those were just a few stories that I thought mattered. If you guys have anything, or you guys read anything great over the weekend that actually mattered to the world around us, leave me some links in the comments below. Leave me some comments on it. Let's talk about it. Let's open our eyes to the world around us, because things that actually matter happen every single day. We just have to go out there, find it, talk about it, and share it. I'm Fatedlime, and I'll see you guys on the next one.